Це 250.
This is the 252nd day of Ukraine's defense. I'm Vasil Samokhvalov, the Mediacentru Ukraine, and we are starting our next briefing. So this time we are not going to talk about the war, we're going to talk about art and wine. Next weekend, the Art and Wine Festival will take place in Lviv. It will be called the Lviv Art and Wine Weekend. So we decided to invite their organizers to tell us about this event, to explain its purpose and its message. So our guests are Khrystyna Lebed, the head of the tourism office of Lviv City Council and co-organizer of the event, Klyap, co-founder of So Good Company event agency and organizer of Street Food So Good, Lviv Ice Cream Festival, So Green Fest, food festivals in Lviv, and also the co-organizer of this event. And we also have Maksym Kychma, the owner of Yanchyn Hills family winery, who will tell us about wine. And we also have the art manager of our project. So I think that Khrystyna will probably be the first to tell us about why the festival is being organized right now. Thank you. In fact, we've been thinking about the timeliness of this event for a long time, whether we should talk about wine, taste wine, and choose wine right now, and we realized that it's high time to start a quality discussion, and it's very important to establish collaboration between communities and networks and professionals. Now, when Russia is trying to destroy us and does it in various ways, we have to stand united around various things. Volunteers, doctors, medical practitioners, drivers, parents, everyone is fighting at all their front. And the economy is the driver of the restoration of the country and is the driver for development of the country even in hard times like this. And despite the overly complicated conditions, there are producers who keep working and producing Ukrainian products, so they need support, and we need to talk about those challenges they face right now. So Art and Wine Weekend is the continuation of the events which were previously organized by So Good Company. So we understand that this is a very good platform to gather and talk about what we should do next, how we can help Ukrainian entrepreneurs, Ukrainian wine producers and craft food producers. This event will be not only about art and not only about presentation of Ukrainian wines, but we will also meet the representatives of the ministries, of the ambassadors, the heads of Ukrainian communities where the wineries are located. So we will be talking about the development of Ukrainian wine industry. What should we do? What should be adopted at the national and local level so that the wineries find it more comfortable working here? This is very timely. We have to care about the fact that Ukrainian shops and Ukrainian restaurants have Ukrainian wines on the menu, on their shelves, so that it becomes popular among Ukrainians. It's about the culture of consumption, among other things. And we have to understand that this event offers a new type of events. So this is not about fun, not about leisure. It's about discussion. It's about finding the new senses. It's about the culture of consumption. And the main goal of our event is, one of it is charity. So everything we collect, all the money we collect, the entrance fees, will be directed to producing proceeds, that is, to Ukrainians at the Unbroken Rehabilitation Center in Lviv, and a part of funds which we managed to raise as a result of selling wines will also be sent to the center. So we are looking for ways to support Ukrainian wine producers, and we are also looking for, fulfilling our charitable mission. We are a city where we enjoy relative but still safety, and that's why we have to think about the implementation of future projects which will be required by all cities of Ukraine after our victory. Thank you. I would like to give the floor to Inna and ask her to tell us about what the event will look like, how many people will be there, where it's going to happen, and so on. Well, the event will be held at Fast Republic. We have chosen this location because they have a very good bomb shelter there, and for this part of the team which is in charge of security matters, this was one of the decisive factors. So it will be held on Saturday and Sunday on November 12 and 13 from 12 to 8 p.m. We'll have a wine market where we have invited about 20 wine producers. We'll have an art market. We will have also a lecture hall where we'll be discussing topics related to art and wine. We also have a stage with chamber music where we plan to invite the street musicians, both IDPs and the local ones. And we'll also have the art section that will be sculpture, paintings, and so on, and also posters. So our art manager will tell you more about that. So we expect to have people who will come there, try the wine, meet the wine producers. They might also participate in the discussions in the lecture hall. As a co-organizer of this event, it's important for us to know that we often participate in charitable events. Events are necessary. They are necessary to support the entrepreneurs, but also necessary for the visitors, because any event is an emotion, and we would like to offer people these emotions of creation, that the culture is there regardless of anything. It's working, it's changing, and this is our main goal. Well, thank you. Now we have also wine and art, so let's start with wine first. So that's the most important part, I guess. Maksym, could you tell us, please, about the wine today? What is the state of industry? What is the state of Ukrainian sector in the industry? What kind of support does it need? And where is the place of wine producing in times of war? Well, could you please approach the mic? The situation is not the best this year. Well, mainly because a part, of the wineries, and vineyards are on the territory of the occupied territory. So many producers have lost access to raw materials. But they had to reorient. So the south of the Ukraine is in very dire situation right now. But wine, this is first of all about agriculture, like the growing grapes. And there are discussions about the attitude to wine and the culture of consumption. And this is actually very important. And that's what we're going to do at the festival, because it's a combination of art and wine. As Winston Churchill said during the Second World War, if we don't support art, what are we fighting for then? So it's very important to find the approach to the culture of consumption. In many European countries, wine is a food product, and it is the attitude is respective. In this context, it's important to fight with the three pillars, so to say, of this aggressor, or rather, well, these are not the pillars, but the, well, dragon hats, like the Russian language, Russian Orthodox Church, and Russian vodka, and at least one of them can be well, replaced by the culture of wine drinking. Thank you. And how are you going to show this? Well, you're well stand at the festival. So what are you going to do to show how to drink wine, or what? Well, of course, anyone who comes to the festival will be able to taste the whole range of our products. And the design of our product is done by Khrystyna Lebed, who is an artist. So we have this artistic component, which is very important for our wine products. And well, people will come and see. Well, thank you very much. And now we have Zirka, who will tell us about the non-material and non-edible to the spiritual things. So what has the art section in store for us? Well, this year we will have great Ukrainian artists. Ukraine really has what to show. And Inna has already mentioned we'll have paintings, sculptures, and posters. And you might have noticed that posters have occupied a very important niche. And we are now discussing well, the personalities. So we would like to invite those artists who had to move, or who, well, stayed on the occupied territory. So we are negotiating with them because, well, you know, we need to bring their works here somehow to be able to display them here. And I would also like to add that the culture of consumption is important not only for wine but also for art, because these things, well, there are two stereotypes about these things: just to drink and just to see. But we would like to make sure that well, everything that is of quality and everything that is Ukrainian, well, it should shape the, well, views and tastes of our people, because we have what to show and what to taste here. I have a question to the organizers. Who is the target audience of this festival? So who's going to come there? Well, the residents of the city, or, well, the IDPs, or maybe people who regularly attend events like that, or, well, someone else. So who's going to be there? Who's supposed to be there? Well, we have two clear areas. So one is a social event, and the other, this is a working event. So this is the wine forum, which will be held within this event. So we have invited the Minister of Agricultural Policy, we have invited the ambassadors of other countries and heads of territorial communities here. So this is the professional environment where people either produce wine or have certain impact on cooperation with entrepreneurs, and also the owners of restaurants and hotels, which have the wine cards, wine lists. And another section of the audience, these are just average Ukrainians, because this is about about shaping of the culture of consumption and about shaping the culture of visiting events like this in our city and in Ukraine in general, because we have to understand that well, other events will be held in other places, and we have new needs and new demands to events like that. Well, I just would like to add that, first of all, the first event like this was held back in 2019, and our vision was, just like Khrystyna mentioned, we wanted to have the zones for people of certain, well, from a certain field, like wine producers or artists, but we would like to attract a very broad public, to popularize the culture of spending time, and also of to help them discover some new fields for them. So this is for everyone, for young people, for the elderly, for anyone. So for those who would like to attend the event, Could you please remind us about the venue and about how just a regular person like me can get to this event? Well, I invite everyone, and you, Vasil, as well, on November 12 and 13 to Fast Republic. The event starts at 12 every day. The entrance fee is 100 hryvnias. All the money we raise will be transferred to Unbroken Foundation, which deals with the people who have suffered from the war. We will offer you to take your own glass. This is zero waste format, but you will also be able to buy a quality glass there. We will also have an area for children, so you can take your children with you, and we invite you to come there to learn what is produced in Ukraine and to get some positive emotions. Well, thank you for telling us about this great event. We had Khrystyna Lebed, head of the tourism office of Lviv City Council and event co-organizer, Inna Klyap, co-founder of So Good Company event agency, and the event co-organizer Maksym Kychma, the owner of Yanchyn Hills family winery, and Zirka Savkat, the art manager of the project. So see you all on November 12 and 13.